Hello and welcome to Sean JCW Gaming. This is episode 2 of my Binding of Isaac videos. This is kind of a pre-log before I go on to the Wrath of the Lamb DLC, and I'm on to my second character. Played as Isaac in the last, it was supposed to be one video, but it ended up being 3 videos because, if you didn't already know, it takes a million years to render and export and do all that stuff to one 50-minute, or it was actually ended up being over an hour. Actually, anyway, sorry, I'm rambling on. Anyway, I'm gonna pick Maggie. This is probably the character most people unlock first. She's a fairly easy character to unlock. All you need to do to unlock her is get 7 heart containers. You can see there in the top right, I've got 4 with this one. Maggie starts off with an extra heart container, which is awesome, and the ability to heal herself. Our downside is she is awfully slow, and she does quite bad damage. It says in the stats she has the same damage as Isaac. That's a lie, she doesn't. She clearly has less. But all in all, this character took damage there, silly. Fortunately, I have the ability to heal myself. This character can be amazing, but can also be annoying sometimes as well, especially if you don't get speed upgrades. More stupid damage. So let's see what we got in our first item room. Kamikaze, an absolutely useless item. I'm not even going to pick that up to show you what it does, because all it does is you use it, and then it creates a tiny little explosion, but it does damage to you. And as I was saying about unlocking Maggie, you can see there I've got 4 heart containers on the top right there. With Isaac, you start with 3, so really all you need to do is get 4 HP ups in one playthrough, and then you unlock Maggie as a character. So that's quite awesome. A fairly easy character to unlock. Not one of my favourite characters in the game, but again, there's no character I don't like in the game. I think Edmund McMillan has done really well to kind of give all the characters their good sides and bad sides, and really I enjoy playing as all of them. And I'm not finding Maggie to be too slow right now, but I know, like, when I start playing as characters like Eve and Cain, or even have runs where I get lots of speed upgrades, then go back to her, I'll hate her again. Fortunately, I'm in a good mood with her right now. I quite like her as a character right now, but that may change in later videos. So I got a pill. I'm gonna try it. Got Pretty Fly, that's quite cool. He might protect me from damage sometimes. That was quite loud there, but it's fine. So this is Pride. Annoying thing about him is he chucks bombs everywhere, but apart from that, he's not that dangerous. And it's not that hard to dodge the bombs. He's nearly dead. I was saying the worst thing about Maggie is her terrible, terrible damage at the start. It's not been, like, I haven't noticed it to be too much of a pain so far. But I might find it annoying more later on in the videos, especially when taking down bosses, because it takes forever. So here's a Spirit Rock, might as well open it, maybe get a damage up. Nope, just a Troll Bomb, and, or a Live Bomb I should say, and a Spirit Heart. Room full of flies, not a problem at all, although I was just about to walk into one. So I'm going to find the secret room. It's obviously here. I'm glad, like I said, it's obviously here, and then I was just waiting for it to blow up and for nothing to be there. It was there. I was right, it was there. And again, I mentioned this in the last video. If you've not seen it, I'll say it again. Secret rooms you can find just because it'll be like an empty space surrounded by either 3 or 4 rooms, if that makes sense to you. So here we got Gemini, one of the easiest bosses to fight in the game, actually. I was about to say in the basement, but really just in the game. In fact, of course, like all the bosses in the basement are the easiest to fight in the game. They're designed to be the easiest bosses in the game. But this one's extra easy, even though I took damage from it. And see, now you can probably see why I dislike Maggie a lot. Or a lot of the time. She just has terrible damage to start off with. And that is becoming very evident against this boss, because it's taking a million years. Die already, come on. This is actually a champion version of Gemini, so that's my excuse for taking damage that I normally wouldn't. It's not a very good excuse, and not a very true excuse, but I'll make the excuse anyway. The problem with him is he's a little stronger, which obviously sucks when you're Maggie. He's a little slower, which is good when you're Maggie, but that guy also shoots more often, which is a pain. When you're any character. So I got that guy killed. Now this guy should be easy to take out. He just sort of flies about, doesn't really do much. Very slow, especially with the champion version. Nearly dead. Come on, just a couple more hits. I say, damage upgrade, perfect. The best thing you can possibly get with Maggie is a damage upgrade. So let's put my damage up to 4, that's amazing. My damage was, it says 2, but it's pretty much 1. It's worse than Isaac's starting damage, I know that for a fact. Even though it says it's the same. So that's, got good damage now. Go into this next room. See, taking out enemies a lot quicker. Well, not a lot quicker, but quicker than I normally would be. So that's good. I'm happy with that. That's the best item I could get from a boss. So this room's not that bad. Again, basement levels I find to be incredibly easy because I've played them a million times. Oh, that's great. I was worried I was going to have to use a bomb to get to that chest, but it just spawned a bomb in and opened it for me. So that was quite awesome. My voice like cracked there, or it's just sort of died on me. I should mention about this room. Like, kind of the layout of this room put me off the first time I faced it. Like, the first kind of 2 times I faced this room, the first time I died, and the second time I took tons of damage. But now, I can usually get through it without taking damage, even though I did take damage there. So I got an extra bomb. I'm going to use it on the Spirit Rock. And get 2 Spirit Hearts. You can get a damage upgrade for blowing up Spirit Rocks, or I keep calling them Spirit Rocks, or Tinted Rocks, whatever you want to call them. I'll probably end up calling them Spirit Rocks, because they usually drop Spirit Hearts. But you can get a damage up item called the Rock from them, and that's kind of, I'll blow up any Tinted Rocks, or Spirit Rocks I can possibly find. Blue Rocks, you know what, no one can argue with Blue Rocks. They're Blue Rocks, I'm going to call them Blue Rocks. So those Blue Rocks, as I said, drop a damage upgrade, and I will blow as many as possible up in order to try and get that damage upgrade. But something worth noting is damage upgrades aren't really that useful if you don't get any tears upgrades, which makes your bullets shoot faster. You can hit as hard as you like, but if you're hitting like 1 bullet a second, obviously it's not that, but if you're hitting them very slowly, then the damage is kind of, it's not worthless, but it's just not being used to its full effect. So hopefully get some tears up from the next boss, if I'm lucky, if I'm very, very lucky. So that room wasn't that bad. Gold chest here, very, very low on keys so far, which is a bit annoying. I hate them. Grandfather flies were at the start and have always remained one of my least favourite enemies. This, like, most people will find them super, super easy. I don't know what it is about them. I just find them incredibly annoying and not incredibly, well, not so much hard. They're easy to take down, but they're just annoying is the best way to put it. They seem to hit me a lot more often than they should. So the secret room wasn't there, but you can see that was a good guess because it was an empty space surrounded by 3 rooms. And the secret room has almost got to be here. There we go. So got some money. That's good. I can spend some on the beggar I found. Again, I went over them in the last video. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out. Actually, I had split it up into 3 videos, and I kind of mentioned why at the start. Because it takes forever to, like, upload and blah 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 blah. Do all that stuff to a video when it's an hour and 9 minutes long. So I'm just going to continue giving this guy my money until he either gives me his awesome item or gives me some keys. Because, again, as I mentioned, really low on keys, and that can potentially ruin the game for me. I don't want bombs, I want keys, man. Come on. Be reasonable. A health up. Not the best thing you can get with Maggie, as she already starts with an extra health, but health up doesn't hurt. Again, I would rather have had... Oh, I can go to the shop, but it's kind of worthless now. I would much rather go to the item room, but I can't. It's gonna hurt. Famine, possibly the worst boss we could be fighting at this stage in the game. Or the worst, like, boss you can actually get. I suppose I could be facing something like the Fallen or the Headless Horseman, which just appear randomly whenever. Fortunately, I'm not facing them. Famine, like, with that damage up, Famine's proving to be actually quite an easy boss. Usually I don't have this much damage when I fight Famine. Usually it's only at 2 bars. So, really I've got twice as much damage as I would usually have. Not just with Maggie, with like most characters. Apart from Judas. Judas has amazing starting damages. probably my favourite character just because of that. And he has a book, he has a spacebar item that doubles his damage. So I got him cube of meat, knew I was going to get that. Hopefully there'll be something in the deal with the devil room that is worth my time. And there is the nail. I might as well get this item. The heart is like not an item I want to like kind of show off, because all it does is heal you. I believe I've used it already. If I've not, then just it heals a whole heart. This is cooler, and you'll see why in a second. It's going to be really awesome if I can get a battery or 9 volts, if that's what it's called. Both of them are batteries, but basically they both like charge your item faster, and the two of them combined is insane. So I'm going to turn this on. It turns me into this like monster thing, which does, just check my stats, and notice that I left the cursor on the screen like I did last time. So that gives me an extra 1 bar of damage every time I use it. It's not that great, but the good thing is it gives me a spirit heart every time I use it. I'm going to move the cursor off the screen this time. I realised, like, I checked my stats in the last video, and then kind of left it on the screen the whole video. Fortunately, I did make the mistake again. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Another cool thing about the nail is you can just crush rocks, so that's awesome. I'm going to go into this room, and I'm going to lose the nail power, well, the, like, kind of monster skin. That's understandable that it only lasts for 1 room, but the main reason I picked it up was not for the extra damage, it was for the fact I get spirit hearts. 1 spirit heart every time I use it, so that's awesome. Again, blowing up this blue rock, hoping to get the damage upgrade, and I did. I'm really happy now. So I need to actually shoot and take my cursor off the screen before I can see what damage I've got. So that went up by 1, but in conjunction with the nail, that's probably going to make my damage full every time I use it. So that's quite awesome. But again, it would be a lot better if I can get some tears upgrades, which makes me shoot faster. Tons and tons of bombs. Bombs are amazing, but I would much rather have keys right now, and I've been getting really bad luck in keys. I've collected 0 so far in this playthrough, which is abysmal. Like, I don't think I've ever had a run that bad before. Or this bad before. I was talking in the past tense there. Shouldn't be. Gotta get my grammar right. Grammar is important, so my English teacher tells me, but I don't believe her. I feel most people will understand the point you're trying to get across, even if you don't say it in the correct manner. But anyway, that's, to let you know, I have a strong hatred for the subject English. So there's a little insight into my life. I hate these enemies. I fortunately never came across these enemies in the last video. See, I took damage there. Bloody hate them. They cause me so many problems. I don't know what it is about them. So I'm going to definitely use a bomb to get over to this key, because I've got tons of bombs and no keys. And also I'm going to get money as well, so definitely worth it. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to fight the boss right now. I'm going to come back into the other rooms, but I may as well use the nail against the boss while I have it. Oh gosh. Peep, I mentioned in the last video, probably my least favourite boss in the caves. Do not like this boss at all. This kind of layout's alright for it because it's like nice open space. I can sort of get away. I should have moved out of the way there. Another problem is my low speed. I need a speed upgrade because it's making dodging very difficult. See, I can't even get out of the way of that at all. I'm just taking tons of damage here. That was ridiculous when I got hit by the eyes there. I shouldn't have done that. But whenever he jumps, I just can't get out of the way because my character's so slow. Another health upgrade, that will compensate? It's not compensate. Yeah, it is. It will compensate. Again, forgetting the intellectual words there. It will compensate for the health I lost when getting the deal with the devil item. So, still doing tons and tons of damage, even more than I usually was. And Peep actually went down. Usually Peep takes a lot longer to take down. It's just I took lots of damage because I didn't have a speed upgrade. But hopefully I can pick up a speed upgrade at some point soon. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. That's teleporter. That is a pretty cool item. Oh, I didn't mean that. But I suppose that was fine. Well, it wasn't fine actually because there was a terrible item in here. But anyway, I was probably going to notice I had the hermit card and use it for that anyway, so I'm not angry about accidentally pressing Q. And I forgot what I was saying before then. Before I got rudely interrupted by myself pressing the... Oh gosh, this is a horrible room. By myself pressing the Q button by accident instead of... was the W button instead. Damn it, took some damage there because I was looking at my keyboard to see what button it was and then just forgot that there were enemies in the room. That is an amazing item. What this does is it's called Charm of the Vampire, and as you saw down in the bottom right there, kills heal. So every time not every time I kill an enemy, but like say every, like, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying sorry, say kind of every 4 to 8 enemies, depending on their level of difficulty, then I'll get half a heart of health. So that's kind of good if you've got lots of hearts. And as Maggie, like, honestly, 7 out of 10 runs, I would say about, so kind of 70% of runs, you end up with a load of hearts. Because I would have 6 hearts right now if I didn't spend 2 hearts on the nail. So, in fact, I'm going to try and find the secret room, just because it could have a good item in it, like the 1-up that I got last time. That would be amazing. And if not, it will at least have money. So I got lucky there and found it first time, and it has a crappy slot machine. But fortunately, I have lots of bombs. So that was 2 bombs for a pill. That gave me tears up. That will have only given me 1 tears up. Let me shoot to make sure. So my tears is now up at 4. That's quite good. I remembered to put my cursor off the screen that time. I'm learning from my mistakes. So here we are down in the caves, part 2. Probably going to be my last floor before I move on to another part. Like, what happened last time in the video was there was a lot of bits where the video kind of froze. And that was due to me asking too much of this video editor and like exporting a 1-hour video all at once. That is a terrible item. What this does is well, it's not a terrible item, but it's nothing in compared to the nail. That just kind of freezes enemies in place. And anyway, as I was saying, I'm probably going to have like a part every 20 minutes. Just because I've lost my train of thought. Just because when I tried to make the video like 1 hour long, there was some bits where it froze up, and then I kind of looked at the frame by frame video of it, and there were lots of sections of it where it came up with like error signs, just basically I hadn't recorded properly, and it was more towards the kind of end of the video. But I don't know. It was all throughout the video, but I think I've had problems like that before, and it's usually been from recording a video for too long. So, as I said, gonna stick to, like, it'll be 1 episode, but in 3 parts, if that makes any sense. Been forgetting to use my nail. Shouldn't forget to use that, because I could be getting some insane amounts of spirit hearts here, if I would actually use it properly. So far, having a fantastic Maggie run, not had fantastic items, like, kind of non-passive items, not had fantastic non-passive items, just kind of a cube of meat, some flies, and the nail. The nail's pretty awesome, actually. I can't complain about the nail. But passive items have been fantastic. Tears up, damage up, everything you could possibly need when playing as this character, apart from speed up. That's the only thing that can make this video sweeter. Or this run through sweeter, I guess. Again, choosing the right words. Somehow I feel the need, even though I don't think anyone will care. So, not found the boss yet, but just, I kind of like to explore every room just to kind of see what I got. Fortunately, my Halo flies or my one fly, my pretty fly, combined with my cube of meat, managed to stop me from taking damage there. So here we have Sloth, a kind of mini-boss. Not a problem. I've fought these mini-bosses many a time, and I don't find them to be much of a problem anymore. The Chariot, that's awesome. You'll see what that does once I get into the boss, but that's pretty cool. There was another tarot card that must have been out of reach, because I'm not actually sure why I didn't get it. See what it is? Oh yeah, it is out of reach. Can only get to there if I get the ability to fly, or get the ladder. And both those items won't be too useful right now. Flying will be obviously amazingly useful, but the ladder, to kind of walk over gaps, not fantastically useful, just because it's kind of late in the game. You kind of need that item early on in the game if it's going to be useful. So, things have kind of turned now. Instead of getting lots of bombs, I'm now getting I was about to say, instead of getting lots of bombs, I'm getting all keys now. but I just got 2 bombs there, so I should probably just shut my face. Being a little harsh on myself there. Again, another chest I can't really get to without the ladder, but not really worth it. I'm doing well on bombs and keys, and money, actually. I only need 1 more cent before I can make the shop worthwhile, and that's kind of why I'm going to these last rooms. Not to mention I actually have to find the boss. So there's my 1 last cent. I'll probably fight the boss just so I can get this part done with. The devil, that's an amazing item, but I'm going to take the chariot for this boss. I'm going to go fight the boss, then that'll be the end of the part, or this part. And then I'll come back, go to the shop, see what it has, and then go down to the next floor. Hopefully this run will go through it a bit quicker. It won't last like a whole hour as it did last time. The Fallen, of course. This is a special boss that you can get at any point during the game. But it drops a pretty awesome item, so it's worth getting it. Although it is a pretty hard boss. I may as well use my nail. Again, speed down, well, the lack of speed is really hurting me here. The good thing about this boss is, although difficult, especially if you're playing as a character with really low speed, as I am, he drops a deal with the devil item, and usually it'll be something really good. So what have I got? I've got Ouija board. That's not bad. That lets me shoot through rocks. And I did get a deal with the devil as well, which is kind of awesome. Now, I have a choice here, and it's whether or not I should take brimstone or not. And you know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to be left with 2 hearts, but I think it's at least worth it to show off how amazing this item is. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get it there, but I've got it. And let's see what we can do here. Basically what this does is this gives me the ability to shoot lasers. It's amazing. It's possibly my favourite item in the game. Oh my goodness, I forgot we got that devil card. That basically gives me double damage for 1 rooms. So, like, I could use this against the final boss, combined with brimstone, and take it out, like, within seconds, really. Game Kid, kinda awesome, but I'm really relying on the nail to give me hearts right now, so I don't actually want that. And actually, I'm gonna go to the arcade. Reason being is because there's a good chance I can get a HP upgrade from there, and at this kind of point, it's kind of necessary. I'm a little scared to be on 2 hearts, but if I had 3 hearts, then I'd be a little less worried. So, just gonna play both these machines, or 1 machine and 1 guy, and just hope for some health up. Keys are kind of good as well, I suppose, but I would rather, much rather have some hearts right now, so I can try and get that health upgrade. Because you get it from the blood bank when you use it a certain amount of time, so I'm just going to use the slot machine right now, because it's more likely to give me good stuff. Or more likely to give me hearts, I should say. And then I changed my mind instantly. Well, what's this? Tears Up, amazing. Actually, it's not amazing now that I've got Brimstone. It doesn't make it charge any faster. That would have been amazing if I didn't have Brimstone. But, you know what, it doesn't hurt. At least it's not... Actually, Tears Down wouldn't affect me at all either. But I'd just be kind of annoyed that I got it. So there's 1 heart, and there's... Please, give me this. Oh, unfortunate. But I can use 1 heart on this machine. So, I believe I kind of used this machine last video. It just basically gives you money for your hearts. And sometimes gives you a HP upgrade. That's unfortunate. I might be spending more time in here than I would ideally like for 1 video, but I really need that HP upgrade. So just gonna laser that fly. Oh, I gotta get the hearts this time. Come on. Come on. Really? That was 3 times. Ah, and I'm gonna end up getting this money, aren't I? Nope. I'm just getting really unlucky. Keys, I don't want those keys. That would just annoy me if I did get them. Great. Money. I suppose that'll let me play longer, but I'm kinda wanting to move on with this video. Been here for like 2 minutes so far. Don't want to spend too much more time here. But I do want that HP upgrade, and I want to do whatever it takes to try and get it. I have already fought the boss. I suppose I could go in the mob trap room, and maybe there'll be a HP up in there. Again, this might be a waste of money, but I'm not too worried about it. You very, very rarely get... you very, very rarely get... I lost my train of thought there. I'll try again. I just got amazed by the fact he had hearts and was hoping to get them. So once again, you very, very, very rarely get health ups in shops. In fact, in my 300 playthroughs plus, I don't think I've ever seen one. So not in a great position here. So I got that. You know what? I'm gonna spend 2 more hearts in the blood bank. Come on. Oh, you stingy little bugger. Come on. Ah, I hate you. The reason I did that is because I see there's hearts in the boss room, and even if there's only 1 heart, I feel I can survive the next floor with 1 heart, as long as I got brimstone. It's just I don't want to have 2 hearts when I get down to like the women stuff, because then it's like 2 hits and I'm dead. But with this setup, I might finally be able to get the Dark Boy achievement. It's a long shot. I was going to go to that mob trap room, but I can't be bothered backtracking now, especially as this character. So that's a whole heart. That was good. Down to the next floor. This video could either end abruptly or go fantastically well. Hopefully it'll go fantastically well. Otherwise I will have felt stupid for ending that first part kind of there. Well, where I did, expecting that the video would last at least another 20 minutes. But as you can see, doing substantial amounts of damage here, like taking those guys out so quickly. Usually they would take me quite a while. Again, makes rooms like that an absolute joke. Rooms that might be challenging if you didn't have this item, but an absolute joke. So far, on my way to being able to get the Dark Boy achievement, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've only been in 3 rooms. That's a terrible item. That just takes me back to the spawn. The only tarot card I consider to be a complete worthless piece of rubbish. So this room could do me some damage. Hopefully not. Got a lot of slowdown there, which actually helped me not take damage. So thank you, slowdown. It's like, thank you very much, screen slowdown. You actually benefited me there. Again, lots of... Oh, nearly took that damage, but fortunately I could see it's coming with the screen slowdown. Again, saved my life. And for once I actually thank it rather than get angry at it. You know what? I'm probably just going to go straight for the boss. Because I don't really see... I kind of want to go to the item room, but I'm going to really be annoyed with myself if I take damage when going through those next few rooms to try and get there. I really want that achievement well. And you know what? The only thing I'm going there for is a health up or a speed up. I don't think I've ever seen a speed up in the item room. So I'm just going to go on and fight this boss, and hopefully it's something easy. It's Monstro 2. Oh my gosh, the best boss I could possibly fight. It is actually. You know why? If he doesn't do that attack too often, he'll be fine. Obviously, that attack's a little hard to dodge. That's good. He's doing his laser. He's firing his laser. This makes him really easy, because you can actually trick him. Ah, damn it. I'm too slow to be able to trick him. So I'm just going to have to... No! No! I took damage. I was never going to be able to do it with this crappy speeds. Really, if we were quite honest. Oh, damn it. I just stood right in front of his laser. I said Monstro was the easiest boss I could possibly get right now. He would be with any other character, but this insanely crap speed is really getting me hurt here. And it's not good. I probably would want to use the devil card here, but I feel that would be a waste, because it will be really useful later on against actual harder bosses. Again, not being able to use my tactic, I'm just getting damaged and damaged and damaged. Probably one of the worst fights I've ever had against this boss. I forgot that what you do as a tactic is you sort of go around to one side of him, and then get him to fire his laser, and then go around to the other side of him and get him to do it again. And basically he ends up being in an infinite loop of firing his laser. Mum's Pants, terrible item. Just gives me range up, which I already have full range, thank you very much. As you can see. Anyway, and then if you keep just going from side to side, getting him to fire his laser, basically you can do as much damage to him as you like, but he can't do any damage to you. So it was never, ever, gonna get the achievement I wanted to get with such terrible speed. Maybe should have went to the item room first. If I get speed up in that item room, I'm going to slap myself in the face, because I will know I made a huge mistake. And this was actually quite a fast video before, but now it's gonna probably slow down as I'm desperately trying to find anything that can help me out in the game health-wise. Obviously, the Charm of the Vampire is going to help out a bit, just in case I do get a bit low. Guts, they're incredibly easy, they just kind of stick to a pattern, and are only really a problem in certain layouts, but those certain layouts are fairly rare. So, I thought it was going to take damage there, but it's fine. Don't know what this pill does, but it's probably going to be bad. Range down, well, who cares? I got full range anyway, so it doesn't affect me at all. Some bombs. 1 bomb for 2 bombs, that's a fair deal, but I would rather have had something else there. Like, I don't know, maybe some spirit hearts, as I'm just taking tons of damage. But fortunately, Charm of the Vampire working there exactly when I need it to. Again, Brimstone, possibly my favourite item of the game, just because, I mean, look at this. Oh, I never charged there. Rimful of Leapers, usually a problem, dead. No problem at all. And Cube of Meat. Oh gosh, I could die here. Oh no. Really scared right now, because I'm very much in the brink of death, and I'm probably going to fight Greed here. Yep. So, nail. Turn the nail on. The nail has been terrible without the battery and stuff. The stuff that I usually have with it. Steam sale. Oh, pretty much useless at this point in the game, as I only have one more shop to go to, and I already have enough money to get the item in there. Sometimes there might be 2 good items, but it's highly unlikely. Right. Not feeling good about my chances of getting much further in the game, especially if I take more damage here. Oh my goodness, I'm about to die. No. No. Well, that's a prime example of how Maggie... That was actually more my skill. I can't blame Maggie too much. My skill at the game kind of got me killed there. Bad skill referring to. I had some fantastic items there. I wish that could have gone on a bit longer. But it didn't. It didn't, unfortunately. I don't know why. I'm just sort of staying here just talking. I'm mourning my death. But anyway, that's Maggie. Obviously, an absolute pain if you don't get speed up, as you saw there. I died pretty much because of that. Would have been fine with any other character getting those items, but not with Maggie. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, hopefully you want to stick around and watch some more videos. Until then, goodbye.